Hey guys, Cam for 15 back at it with a video for you guys, and I'm back from another spy. I almost said Spy X Family, Spy Classroom episode review for you guys. It's gonna be hard to say that because I was always so used to saying Spy X Family this, Spy X Family that. Now it's Spy Classroom, but another solid episode. Another solid episode. We get some background information on Klaus. And seemingly enough, we're already starting this mission that I'm guessing we see a little bit of the first episode for this impossible mission. But it was an interesting episode. We get the backstory to Klaus. We see how the girls try to take down Klaus, and some of the most funniest ways that, for all intensive purposes, were all hilarious. Just for the fact that it's Klaus literally outsmarting them because he's so experienced at this point. And just seeing all those times they thought they would get the upper hand, he would just look away. He would just look at them and be like, "Oh, brother, this is too much." And just to see like the reaction, and then just to see like, "Oh, you gotta try better next time." Like some of their like attacks were just not good. Like the first one, you know, it was just a straight out frontal assault, and it's like, I don't think that's going to work. And even Klaus says, you really thought that was going to work? Please try coming up with something better and smarter. So it was absolutely hilarious. Just to say that, just see this, the one, you know, when they try to get him in the bed, that was funny because he was just sitting on his he was sitting at his desk. That was hilarious. The one where I think he was in the city walking in this alleyway, the one girl, the blue-haired spy, tried to get him, but he was literally on the top bridge, and she's like, "Huh? Where is he at?" And I'm like, you think you would check up there? Like, come on, you know, think get two steps ahead. By far the funniest one I thought was when they tried to raid him in the bathroom while he's taking a shower. Absolutely hilarious, because then when their plan fails and the light is shown, because they were covering everything. They even turned off the power. But when, you know, that one of them falls over, the light hits him. You have Lily and two other girls see him. Now Lily is the only one that gets absolutely flustered by seeing this man in the nude. He turns around, he's in the nude. So look, it's absolutely hilarious. Lily starts getting all flustered. She's like, "Oh, look at that." So again, I don't know if she has some sort of thing for Klaus. Maybe so. I don't know. I'm not into the shit. Well, I ship almost every damn thing, but whatever. It was absolutely funny. His reply is the fact that, because one of them is like, "Can you put some damn clothes on next time?" And then Klaus is like, "I'm a spy. Why should I care? You shouldn't be really worried about nudity if you're a spy. That should matter at least." And I'm like, okay. So nudity doesn't mention the spy. It shouldn't, you know, a spy shouldn't be affected if he's in the nude, pretty much. If he or she's in the nude. That only leaves me to suggest that I'm predicting it. We're going to be getting a fan service scene. Not a male fan service scene, not another fan service cloth scene, but we're going to get a fan service scene of one of these girls. I hope it's Lily, the most important. They do make a mention about like her big tits or whatever. Who cares? But I think one of these girls are going to do this whole, I guess, nude act and play it off as, "Oh, I'm spying. Oh, who cares? Yada, yada, yada." We'll see. We'll see. But we also do see how it looks like the girls, slowly but surely, they're starting to accept Lily as the leader of the team. While Klaus is away, he actually, I would say, kind of talks to his boss in a way, and he's pretty much like, "Hey, you need to do a better job at teaching. You need to just be honest with these girls, because they all have their own fears of doing this mission." And yeah, and like, he makes a mention about him being the only last one left from this team Inferno. So then when he gets back, you know, it looks like the girls are going to raid him. He's like, "Oh, you're all here? Well, I have something I actually need to tell you." And he actually goes on to talk about this spy team he used to be a part of, which is called Team Inferno. Now, one of the girls makes a mention, like, "I always knew about Team Inferno. This is one of the main reasons why I became a spy." And pretty much he goes on to say like, oh, yeah, they're all dead. Well, except for me. I was the only last remaining survivor. And pretty much we kind of find out that he was sent away on another mission, and they took the task of doing an impossible mission, and they ended up, well, obviously not dying from that. And the one thing I do like is how the fact that we were always wondering what the heck was he painting? What was the meaning behind the painting? And the meaning behind the painting was pretty much an illustration of the way of just the death and destruction of his former team. And pretty much I like how he tells the girls, listen, I won't force you into doing this if you don't want to. So if you want to leave, you can leave and go live your lives, pretty much, I'm guessing. And because he doesn't want these young girls to lose their lives over one simple mission. But he just says like, I'm gonna be committed to doing this mission, and they all end up saying, no, you're a teacher, so we're gonna follow you wherever you go. We're your new family in a way. Which I think is nice. And he does have a flashback moment to, I'm guessing, one of his Inferno members saying like, oh, now we can finally trust you now after all this time. So it's a nice thing. Shockingly enough, we get a time skip. Like, I was actually thinking like we were gonna get episodes, building these characters up during this training period, and as the season's ending off, that's when we would do this impossible mission. No, we actually skip over that entire stuff, the entire content, I guess, of them training, which I guess if you read the manga or the light novels, I'm guessing, you get more understanding of what they were doing, but they cut that. Now, I kind of would have liked to see a little bit more training, maybe do 2, maybe 3 more episodes, going up to episode 5, and then episode 6 and on, that's when you focus on the impossible mission task and everything. So it was kind of interesting, to say the least, that this is like one of the first times I've seen an anime when it's like comes to these characters where we need to see what the training's like. They actually just skip over it and they don't really focus on that. So I don't know if they're ever gonna have flashback moments to those training moments. I guess they would have to. Otherwise, that's a pretty like interesting decision they wanted to make. Don't know. So yeah, but it seems like they've obviously gotten better in their skills, and only about a month has passed. So it still looks like they make some simple mistakes, but Klaus does end up trying to cover for them. Like, for example, the one time when they get stopped by these officers after getting this one wallet, they were wondering like, oh, there's been people that are like tending to steal things, and they were like, I guess patting them down, making sure they didn't steal anything. But we find it interesting that Klaus actually showed up and took the wallet from the one girl, which I keep forgetting their names and everything. There's too many damn girls. So yeah, it was nice and everything. And then just from the standpoint, them throwing a party before they do this impossible mission, even the Klaus is like, why would we throw a party? And pretty much the one redhead girl is like, well, so we can just give our morale a boost and, get a little bit of a rest break and not feel so exhausted in this case. And the fact that he pretty much watched over them was nice. And the fact that even at the end, he was wondering like, wait, what the hell's going on? And then he showed up. And he's like, oh. And then, the one girl said like, listen, we're with you to the end, pretty much. So yeah, and then they're going to this impossible mission area. And I guess they're I guess they're trying to find this vial of this like virus or something that could legitimately kill thousands and millions of people, which could go from bad to worse and probably make this show a lot more darker than so far, only 2 episodes in, than it could already be. Funny enough, when the thing was when the vial, when they were talking about the whole virus, and they're like, the name of this virus, and I was like, I hope I don't get taken down. This video doesn't get taken down. I was like, oh, this virus is COVID-19. No, they said something. It was like the Ali Bones thing or something like that. I was like, okay, I'm just being funny now. I'm sorry if I was being a little bit rude or sensitive to people. I was just throwing that little joke out there, but I mean no harm by that. I understand a lot of people died because of the coronavirus, but I would have been actually interested to be like, are they going to call it something similar to that? But it is what it is. But yeah, them doing this impossible mission is going to be very interesting because they have to get this virus vial without pretty much being seen in a way to save the entire world, I guess. Otherwise, this virus is going to kill a lot of people, and if this virus gets out, well then who knows? Now, we'll see where this show is going to go. Definitely that was interesting for episode 2, but yeah. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of Spy Classroom, as well as hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Spy Classroom content or any other Winter of Anime 2023 content. Until then, guys, catch you guys in the next video. Peace.